Once you're ready to start dialing, you can click on Start a New Session. And because we've configured all of our supplemental features, none of this looks like it's out of context. So it looks like we're ready to dial. So I'm going to choose a call list. It's for sale by owners for March 21st. Now, had I previously called this session and hadn't finished it, I could click Resume a Previous Session, and it would let me continue from where I left off. I also have the ability to filter this list predicated on previous call sessions. Within the dialer, you have the ability to leave call outcomes on a given contact. These outcomes include interested, not interested, callback, bad number, and add to the do not call list. These are helpful in many respects. Number one, call outcomes allow for you to immediately categorize where you stand with a given contact once you generate a reference report. The fact of the matter is you're not going to remember where you stand with every single person that you speak with. So it's incredibly helpful to generate a report and immediately identify if somebody's interested, not interested, if you need to call this person back, et cetera, et cetera. Also, if you were to call this list, or rather recall this list, having called it previously, you can filter this list based on those previous call outcomes, as expressed here. You have the ability to filter the call list based on results from previous sessions in which the list was used. If you want to dial the entire list, leave all of these options blank. But if theoretically I have called this March 21st for sale by owner list previously, I could click filter this list and I could tell the dialer, hey, I want to recall this list, but only give me people I listed as interested. And then once I close it, you'll see that the list was filtered. So that's another beneficial aspect to call outcomes. Lastly, if you tether your dialer to one of the CRMs previously listed, such as Top Producer, Wise Agent, Contactually, or Wise Agent, or Infusionsoft, anybody who you list as interested or call back, their information will push over to that respective CRM. Also, if you list anybody as interested or call back, their information will go from the dialer into your MyPlusLeads portal. On a wider swath, you can filter a list based on those that have not been dialed or did not answer, those who were delivered voicemails but no live answers, or those who were skipped due to the do not call list. It's completely up to you. All of these options, such as choosing a script, feel free to select which one you want to upload. Choosing a follow-up email. Or choosing a voicemail message. How about the one that we recorded today, March 2018 demo voicemail? All of which you can preview. So let's make sure this is the script I would like. Okay. Let's make sure this is the follow-up email that I'd like. All right. And then let's make sure that that's the voicemail. I can preview this. This is definitely the voicemail I would like. You have one last opportunity to make sure that that's the phone number that you would like displayed on the other end so people can follow up. I would recommend that you put a phone number separate from the phone that you're using for the call session so that people are not calling you on the phone that you're using for the dialer. That way you won't be interrupted when you're calling the list. And then you have these options here. Displaying the script on live answer automatically, or sending a follow-up email by default. Considering this is a demonstration video, I'm going to show you how to do both of these manually. Do not dial duplicate numbers and exclude phone numbers dialed from previous lists. This is based on your prospecting philosophy. Perhaps you do want to dial duplicate numbers. Perhaps you want to include phone numbers dialed from previous lists. It's completely up to you. And then you have exclude numbers on the do not call list. Once more, the dialer scrubs against state, federal, DNC list, while also taking into account any phone numbers you've added to your own personal DNC list. The decision to exclude numbers on the DNC is going to be based on your philosophy with prospecting, along with the Telephone Consumer Protection Act laws in the state that you're prospecting in. If you want to exclude those numbers preemptively, keep this mark checked. You can uncheck it, and every phone number that isn't on your personal DNC list will be included in the call session.